Hey, there all viewers. Welcome back to another daily Global Awareness News Channel video. Why did the US, Japan, Australia, and South Korea warplanes and F-35 send to Indo-Pacific, while tensions spiked with China and Russia?
The U.S. Air Force has operated fifth-generation aircraft for nearly 2 decades, but has yet to station any of its most advanced aircraft in the Indo-Pacific. The Department of Defense's Priority Theater, Admiral John Aquilino, the commander of U.S. Indo-Pacific Command, wants to see that change, calling fifth-generation capabilities critically important to the ability to deliver It's time for the U.S. Air Force to send fifth-generation aircraft forward to bolster deterrence in the Indo-Pacific, expand opportunities for allied cooperation, enhance the combat credibility of U.S. forces, and accelerate implementation of the Agile Combat Employment, or ACE, scheme. Today, the Air Force stations exclusively fourth-generation fighters F-16, F-15, and A-10 at 6 bases west of the international date line, 3 in Japan, 2 in South Korea, and 1 in Guam. The closest fifth-generation aircraft are stationed in Alaska and Hawaii, east of the international date line and thousands of miles away from key terrain in the first island chain. By contrast, the Air Force selected Royal Air Force Lakenheath in the United Kingdom as the first F-35A base in Europe back in 2015. Evidently, the Indo-Pacific doesn't just trail Europe as a posture priority. The Air Force holding back its most capable platforms from the Indo-Pacific stands in contrast to other military services. For example, despite having far fewer F-35 than the Air Force, the Marine Corps' first forward operational F-35B squadron arrived in Japan in 2017. A second became operational earlier this year. To be clear, the Air Force deploys fifth-generation aircraft to the Indo-Pacific for deterrence missions and exercises, but that is not a substitute for persistent forward presence, not for deterrence in peacetime or combat effectiveness in wartime. A natural location for fifth-generation aircraft would be Guam, a vital power projection node which must be defended against full-spectrum air and missile threats. But for maximum impact, the Air Force should move as quickly as possible to station F-35A at Misawa Air Base in Japan. With war raging in Ukraine, stationing F-35A in the Indo-Pacific would send a clear signal to Beijing and regional capitals that America's commitment to the Indo-Pacific endures. Defenders of recent U.S. troop deployments to Europe say America can walk and chew gum at the same time. Sending F-35 forward to the Indo-Pacific now would be a powerful demonstration of that. Stationing F-35A at Misawa would boost military cooperation with U.S. allies. Misawa is the only combined base in the Western Pacific, hosting aircraft from the U.S. Air Force, U.S. Navy, and the Japanese Air Self-Defense Force, which began stationing F-35A at the base in 2018. Forward-stationed F-35A would enhance the combat credibility of U.S. forces in the Indo-Pacific. The aircraft's advanced sensors and weapons would provide a capability upgrade over Block 50 F-16 currently stationed at Misawa. Persistent presence in Japan would accelerate fifth-generation crisis response and reduce reliance on scarce tanking resources to gain theater access. The Air Force continues to preach the value of the F-35 and that of forward presence. It can demonstrate both by stationing an F-35A at Misawa as soon as possible.
Do you find this content interesting? Let us know in the comments below. Enjoyed this video? Please hit the like, share, and subscribe to my channel by turning on ring the notification bell below if you want to see more content like this. Thanks for watching this video from the beginning to the end.